Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my review of Death on the Nile. This, of course, is the new movie from director Kenneth Branagh. He figured since he was chilling, waiting to see if he wins an Academy Award for his film Belfast, he might as well put out another film because that's just how he does. Anyways, this is a fun film. I mean, look at this all-star cast they've got here. I see Kenneth Branagh, I see Gal Gadot, I see Armie Hammer, I see Dawn French, I see Letitia Wright. If you look really hard, well, you're not going to see him in this picture, but Russell Brand is in this movie as well. This is a fun all-star film, and this is kind of like a follow-up to his Murder on the Orient Express, which took place several years ago, and again based on an Agatha Christie novel. So, of course, since you know it's based on Agatha Christie's fine work, you know we're dealing with a mystery. Now, in this, we've got the detective, who, of course, is played by Kenneth Branagh, who was seemingly on vacation when all of a sudden he runs into a friend, ends up spending some time with him, and then an heiress to be, or an heiress, I shouldn't say she's an heiress, not an heiress to be, is murdered. And now it is up to him to find out who has done the dirty work. Listen, this is a really fun film in the themes of a Knives Out, dare I say, in the theme of a Clue, where the answers are before us and we as the audience are trying to piece together exactly what happened. This is a fun film. Now, one of the things that I really like about this movie, first of all, is its director. Of course, Kenneth Branagh, Academy Award nominee, who has done so much great work from a directorial standpoint, let alone what he's done in front of the screen. And it's just one of those, he just seems to be one of those directors that actors just enjoy working with. His directing is just really strong. A lot of times I've talked about the transition of going from in front of the camera to behind the camera. It doesn't always work. With this film, it definitely does. So first, right off the rip, great directorial effort by Kenneth Branagh. And he's assembled this really fun all-star cast. Of course, we could talk about how great Gal Gadot is. I'm not sure if we're still allowed to even say the name Armie Hammer, but he's good in this film as well. A couple of people that really impressed me in their performances. First of all, Russell Brand. I'm so used to Russell Brand being like the long-haired, fun guy that he was in Get Him to the Greek, or the person who we see on a lot of talk shows. Completely transformed into his role on set for this film. I also love the fact that they cast Dawn French in this as well. Dawn French is a name that you don't tend to hear a lot. I know she's probably bigger in Europe, especially in the UK, but I really enjoyed seeing her in this movie. This is a fun film. You go in, you turn your brain off from the outside world, but you turn your brain on to what's going on in this movie, and you try to piece together what's happening. I saw it with a friend, and we're kind of like going back and forth. I think this person did it. Wait, no, I think this person did it, which is fun. I'm not saying we were talking through the movie, it was just silent whispering, but still. Death on the Nile is a fun, enjoyable movie. It's one of those films that I think it was better than Murder on the Orient Express, if I'm being honest. I thought it captivated me. It kept my interest a lot more than that film did. We've got some beautiful locations. I mean, we've got a backdrop of Egypt and the pyramids, and it's just so beautiful. And it's such a from a cinematography standpoint, very picturesque film. We've got great costumes, great outfits and wardrobe in this movie, and the acting is fun. We've got Annette Bening in this movie, who's gotten to the point in her career where she can take on any role she wants, and we've got Kenneth Branagh, who's smart enough to reach out to an icon like Annette Bening and say, "I want you in this film." Very enjoyable. I give this movie a B. I think you'll enjoy it if you check it out. Death on the Nile, definitely worth your time. And don't be a cheater. Don't go to the Wikipedias to try to figure out who the killer is. And if you read the book, it might not be the same as in the book. I'm just saying, if you get a chance to see this movie, I would love to know what you think. CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/Witty Whittier, and WittyWhittier.com. Thank you so much for checking this out. My name is Keith, and I'll see you at the movies.